Before we go on to what was achieved with Into Darkness, can you give me an idea of what you made of the 2009 Star Trek movie and how much of a Trekkie you would have described yourself as before this film?
I absolutely loved the 2009 movie. I went along to it. I think like most conversations in a pub that occurred around the time it's really like, have you seen these Trek films? No, I'm not really into Trek films. This is a really good film. All right. And then just being blown away in the first 5 minutes, just in tears, and then going, I cannot believe this is the way we're first meeting young Kirk as a kid tearing away in his dad's classic car, being chased by a hovercop, and then to the Beastie Boys and driving it off a cliff. I mean, it was just such a thrill from beginning to end, that film. As far as being a Trekkie, seeing the origin story that JJ rebooted it with, I suddenly realised I must have been a bit, because I had a real sentimental rush of seeing them all come together for the first time. But then, you know, I think when I was younger, I watched. It was on around tea time, wasn't it? I mean, that's when I remember it being on BBC Two. I think a lot before the 6 o'clock news, and so I would often catch that if I was back from school, if I was at that stage of life, or you know, whenever. It was definitely there. I was never obsessed about it. I think I was more obsessed by Star Wars, and I'm not just saying that because the boss is now that boss as well. But I genuinely was. I think I wanted to be Han Solo and fly the Millennium Falcon and have a hairy companion and kind of be grumpy about things and get the girl. I've got a profound respect though, having been in a Star Trek film now, and I'm thrilled to be part of it.
I think the most fearsome and chilling villains in real life as well as in movies are the sort of intellectual ones. And I just wondered what it was about John Harrison that got your creative juices flowing. Well,
the fact that he's not cookie cutter, that he's got a purpose, that there's a moral centre to his actions. You know, all his intentions are there for what he sees as being good reasons. You know, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, and I think he's trying to realign the balance of power within the sort of modern Starfleet universe, and there are parallels, and it was really nice to sort of hook in to those a little bit and try and explore that, because he's in a way also one side of the same coin of Kirk. I mean, they're very much shadow selves of each other to varying degrees, and also I think Spock as well. So I'm doing that as if people can see. I'm pointing at pictures of Chris and Zach. You can see it, you were there. And I don't know, I really enjoy getting my teeth into that, because although actually no, yes, that is always a good fun thing to be able to do, but for me the real joy was actually playing the sort of physical, kick-ass, kind of athletic, physical prowess of the man. I'm often blessed with being thought to be able to pull off cerebral parts, so it was very nice to stretch in both directions, I think.
Great to see you run, and that scene on the moving vessel with Zachary Quinto is amazing.
Yeah, and the fight on Kronos as well, and the fight, the fight in the ship that shall not be talked about, and all sorts of things. That was me grimacing in a Paramount way. I really relished that, and the stunt sequences as well, not just the fight sequences. We did a lot of live action, because despite this kind of amazing backdrop that the boys in the back room do, I mean, superlatively, it's astonishing. On the day you imagine it, and when you see it, you're in the film as an audience, because you cannot imagine what they create. It's incredible.
Just a feast for the eyes, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. But having said that, there's a lot of live action in front of all of that. So JJ's very good at mixing that up. Again, it comes back to that thing of he always roots the spectacle in something that's earthbound and real, and that goes for characterizations as well as situations. So, yeah, to reverse your question, like playing the smarts, really like playing the bad kick-ass as well.
Benedict Cumberbatch, thanks very much.
Such a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Awesome. That's great.